Hello, Dr. Carrie Hepburn here. This is what I look like when I'm writing curriculum or lessons, like a unit. And so I thought that this might be kind of helpful for some people, and wanted to take just a couple of minutes to show you some work that I'm doing in a middle school right now. So, to give you just a little bit of background, this is a middle school, and I'm working with the teachers there, and they have an abundance of resources. Like they have so many things, it's just can be overwhelming. And that can happen a lot where we're pulling from all of these different things, and we kind of lose that flow, and it feels very fragmented. So that's kind of what we're dealing with right now. So I'm going to be visiting with these teachers next week and working with them in their PLCs and in their classrooms. And I said, tell me, what is something that you find you're struggling with? And they said, writing. If we can figure out a way to incorporate writing, that would be really helpful. And the thing is in the middle of the school year, you can't go changing all of the things. You can't go in writing unit plans and units or curriculum because teachers need to be focused on the students in front of them and their instruction. So my job in this particular situation is to say, okay, how can I help you incorporate writing in your 1 hour period when typically the focus is on reading? So I sent them a couple of ideas. I sent them some options. I said we could write about reading. I could write a writing unit. We could do some quick writes. There's a whole lot of things that are options, but I want to know, what can you commit to? And they said, we can commit to writing about reading. So I want to show you part of that process that I'm going through right now to help them get ready for incorporating more writing in their daily work with students in their English classes, and how I'm helping them think through and design what this could look like in their daily lesson plans. Many of you have heard that at Compass PD, we created a product called the Comprehensive Standards Guides. And basically, what we have done, just in a short little uh, explanation, we have unpacked every single English language arts standard and math standard. And it is, in this particular district, has purchased those. So we have unpacked their standards, seen that. We have the learning targets, we have their vocabulary, we have their objectives that include implicit and explicit. And then we have these wonderful tools within there that align directly with the standard and the implicit, explicit expectations called the progression. And then we also have proficiency scales. Um, so I'm using the progressions when I meet with the teachers. And based on our conversations, the best standard for us to use for this was standard W69. So this is where they're going to draw evidence from literary text to support their analysis, reflection, and research. So in this particular unit, they're going to be using literary, and they'll be doing analysis and reflection in this. So in here, what we have are what this is how students get toward mastery. Okay. So I'm going to be going in and working with these teachers, and helping them incorporate more writing in their units. And I wanted to start really simply. So I thought the easiest way for us to start would be through character-based summaries and theme-based summaries. And that aligns with their priority standards RL62 and RL63. So I thought, okay, I know they're doing this in every single literature unit. So I'm going to start with these, and then my partner, my colleague and partner in crime when it comes to learning all things ELA. One of my partners is Dr. Fowler, and she does a lot of work with character and theme-based summaries. So I thought this would be a really easy entry point. Well, as you notice here, students at the beginning of this, one of the things that we forget is we teach all the way at the mastery level, and we forget all of those implicit things that should be taught, getting students ready so they can do the work here. So, one of the things we talk with teachers a lot about is that they need to be reading closely. And they need to be reading closely early when they start reading so that they have the information that they need to write about, to support their analysis, to support their reflection, to have that evidence when they draw from literary text, right? So early in this unit that I'm going to be helping them design, we're going to talk about reading closely and using note-taking strategies, so recording information while they're reading, that allow them to gain the information that they need so that they can write like this. Okay. So I've already looked at RL2 and RL3 and wrote down some notes of the kinds of information that we need to have so that students can write character-based summaries or so that students can write theme-based summaries. So those are going to be lessons early in the unit. And then I thought it would be nice for us to provide students lots of collaborative opportunities to talk about these things that they're taking notes on, because that helps them grow their ideas. So what you can see is when I think about working with these teachers, thinking about what do they need to do early so that they're getting ready for the hard work, getting students ready to have the information for the hard work that they're going to need so that they master the end of the standard, end of the year expectation on that standard. So we work with teachers all the time and school districts all the time about how do we take these comprehensive standards guides? How do we take the information that we're seeing and gleaning from them and helping teachers design a plan so that students are getting what they need toward mastery of those standards. Now, something that we're doing after this part is that I'm going to work with those teachers. And what we'll do is, I wish I had a different color on me, is we're going to incorporate additional strategies for small group and responsive teaching or responsive teaching. So um, it could be um, conferences. It could be in some schools they're doing MTSS, which is kind of reteaching. Everywhere looks different. So no judgment. It all looks different. We're just trying to meet people where we are. So what we'll do is we're going to develop like strategies that will help get kids here if they're not ready yet, kids who are in this section, and then students that are here as well. So we want to help teachers have a couple of tools in their toolkit that are going to help students be able to move along this continuum. And then we will do that same work on their priority standards here, where they have additional strategies in addition to what they're teaching in that tier one instruction that they can draw upon for their small groups or the responsive teaching. So um, that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like when you work with Compass PD. We bring out the standards. We bring out, let me share with you some of the things I have. I have Notice the Note. Some of you might love that book. I have like reading strategies. I have writing strategies. I bust out our Developing Readers and Academic Disciplines book. And I love this book. I don't even know if I have it right now. Unlocking the Power of Classroom Talk. Oh my gosh. Shauna Frazen and Kitty Winchow, they wrote a great book. Oh, here it is. Here it is. this book is so helpful for helping us develop students as conversationalists so that they can grow and build on their ideas. I pull this book out all the time. So, as you can see, these are some of the books that I'm going to bring examples for these teachers: Home of the Brave, OCD Daniel, Fish in a Tree. Then I have brought in a manga book. I've brought in two graphic novels to help meet the needs of the students that are in their classrooms. So, hope you found this video helpful, and I wish you the absolute best day.